What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Saturday, January the 18th, 2014. As always, the first link below is going to take you over to the Blogspot post. That's where you're going to find all of this week's madness I'm about to give you here. Start off with an Operation Blackjack alert. Yes, I said Blackjack alert. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go up to your Google search box and type in Operation Blackjack. You'll no doubt see my face. Homeland Security Newswire. I know this comes to me from the Show Me Baby. He's always trolling the DHS. Surviving a nuclear explosion in your city. This come out 16 January 2014. Surviving a nuclear explosion in your city. Are they prepping us for something? Is this just a fear piece? What's going on here? You know, because we got, yes, more nuclear commanders caught up in a cheating scandal. 16 nuclear missile launch officers accused of cheating on proficiency exam. This come out 3 days ago from CNN via KTLA 5. Now I got another one from the Denver Post. Says Air Force, 34 missile launch officers caught up in cheating scandal. What are the true numbers then? 16, 34, 32, 75? I mean, I don't know. How many does that make now over the past few years? High-level people in the military being replaced or caught up in scandals. You know, we got FBI Special Agent Stephen Ivins out in L.A., goes into the woods and kills himself. All these Secret Service agents caught up. Just a lot of people caught up in all these scandals, man. I don't know. What does it all mean? I call BS on all of it. Big shakeups going on in the government. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. DHEC confirms nuclear plume moving off Barnwell site. I guess this is in Columbia, South Carolina. Be advised. Nuclear plume. I don't know. If you're in the area, you might want to check that out. From RT, we got, look at this, massive low-flying helicopter to test radiation levels in Baltimore. Why do we need to test radiation levels in Baltimore? What is this crap? I don't know. More Jericho, Operation Blackjack? I don't know. Put a link to it from Hawaii News Now. State Department issues, be advised, we got this as well. State Department issues travel alert for those going to Winter Olympics. We got the Winter Olympics fastly approaching. This is going to be over in Russia. I don't know. Time for big false flags. You know, things aren't going well with the New World Order and whatnot. I don't rule anything out. You guys know that. From RT, we got this. Hundreds reported sick amid the water ban, West Virginia. You guys want to be aware of this, the chemical spill. I've seen videos on YouTube of like yellow, greenish, antifreeze looking water. It's not looking good. I'll put this link here. And be advised, Tyson recalls 33,000 pounds of chicken for possible salmonella contamination. This come out 12 January from American Live Wire. Be advised if you're a chicken eater. Got some good news this week in the general bin. Judge sentences Virginia gun rights advocate Adam Kokesh to probation. I think he probably should have got off free, but I don't know. You know, you can say what you want about Adam Kokesh. I don't know anybody else who wouldn't rack the shotgun in D.C. Right on, put a link to this from the Washington Post. Over to financial news. Don't know where the markets ended up this week. Wasn't paying attention. I apologize. From the Weekly Standard, though, we got this. Bailing out health insurance and helping Obamacare. Bailing out health insurers and helping Obamacare. Okay, we're going to bail out the... whatever. Meanwhile, Dems agreed a $9 billion food stamp cut. This from Breitbart on 11 January. Put a link to this from Before It's News. I don't know about this. Leaked. Obama's daughter listed as senior staff in White House $424,000 African trip. Wow. From Hawaii News Now. Meanwhile, First Lady won't rule out plastic surgery and Botox. I'm sure that'll be on the taxpayer's dime as well. Put a link to that from American Freedom Fighters. Breaking Obama college records, released financial aid as a foreigner. I don't know, birth certificate issue. Put a link to this. One more in the financial bin. Must be bad times in Waco. Waco police officer is in plain clothes, carries cardboard sign to catch traffic violators. Check this story out. Look at all the people. I don't know what's going on in Waco. I know at least in my city, you know, I listen to the scanner at night. The cops are out fighting freaking crime. They're chasing down the real bad guys. I know they don't have time to be mixed up with it. But check this out. I know this comes from the Show Me Baby as well, right on. Put a link to it. Over to New World Order and Police State News now. And did you catch Barry Soetoro Obama on TV yesterday talking about the NSA and reforms? And interesting how many times he brought up 9/11. We got this from the Washington Post. National Security. NSA phone record collection does little to prevent terrorist attacks, group says. This come out January 12th. Yeah, lie to me, Barry. Look left, look right, read that teleprompter and lie to me. From the ACLU, we got ACLU appeals decision upholding NSA's mass surveillance. This come out on the 2nd of January. Be advised, put a link to that. Report says NSA maps pathway into computers. Interesting stuff here. Yeah, no doubt. Got another one here you might find interesting. NSA can access computers via radio waves. No doubt, everything is energy and it's all frequency, and do a little bit of research into frequency and you'll find out that they can tap into just about anything. From Reason.com, other police state news now. California gun law paves way for confiscation. This come out on the 3rd of January. I might have reported this last week. I'm not sure. Insane Missouri bill would turn gun owners into criminals if they didn't register their guns with schools. This from BearingArms.com. Put a link to it. Got one here from DisasterFeeling.net. Company involved in West Virginia chemical spill. Whoa, that's not the headline. U.S. military begins testing smart rifles. My friend Freedom Prakash put up an interesting video. Interesting information right up here. Check out what it's costing taxpayers now. This goes in the police statement because it's just a matter of time before police departments across the country have these things. Check them out. Be advised, you know. From SHTFplan.com, government SWAT team targets rugged individuals who grow their own food, produce their own electricity. This isn't really new news, but for those of you who are not aware of it, put a link to it. Interesting stuff. Got a couple more here. Cops beat deaf man for not obeying commands he couldn't hear. Sad story here. And speaking of people doing their own thing, Texas family battles judge over homeschooling. This came out 7 days ago from WND. Education, yes, if you homeschool, you are a domestic terrorist. Research that a little bit. Over to World War III news. Syrian rebels turn against most radical group tied to Al-Qaeda. Wait, aren't we arming Al-Qaeda in Syria? What's going on here? Put a link to it. Nothing makes any sense. Well, actually, it makes perfect sense. It's a big idea. A new world order. George Bush Sr. From the Telegraph, we got North Korea's Kim Jong-un was target of assassination attempt. You need to stay out of the public and go back to playing your Xbox, little Kim. This is a foreign news agency. Nationwide Air Force exercise Tuesday. I guess this is the Israeli Air Force. This was this past Tuesday. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'll put a link to it. We got this. All headlines. U.S. to deploy 12 F-22s stealths to Japan. What's going on with that? This come out on the 14th of January. Put a link to that. From Fox News, China conducts first test of new ultra-high-speed missile vehicle. This come out on the 13th. Ultra-high-speed missile vehicle. Got to keep your eye on China. One more in the World War III bin. Inside Iraq, 2 years after U.S. withdrawal. Are things worse than ever? Question mark. Put a link to it from CNN. You tell me. Bring our troops home, I say. Over to Earth changes in 2012 news. Sad story here out of St. Louis. Elderly woman found frozen in the driveway. This come out January 13. Yeah, this polar vortex hit St. Louis very hard. You know, sad story here. And my heart goes out to like the firefighters and first responders who got to work out in this madness. Just insanity. Meanwhile, out in California, let's see. California wildfire looks like hell on earth. Check out the pictures from Business Insider. Wildfire out of control out in California. Be advised. We had a 5.1 earthquake sways buildings in Havana. If it loads, this come out on the 14th. Put a link to that. Meanwhile, we had a 6.5 magnitude earthquake off Puerto Rico's northern coast. I think this sparked a brief tsunami advisory. Put a link to this. They got the information on that. I got another fish killed to tell you about this week. Thousands of dead fish in Nevada marina. Mystery. This come out on the 15th. More fish kills going on. I don't know. Sign of the times. One more in the 2012 in Earth Changes bin. Let's see. Walhall County family discovers mysterious hole in yard. I guess another sinkhole or a forming of a sinkhole. I don't know. They're saying this one actually makes swallowing sounds. January 12. Put a link to it. I don't know what state this is in. Let me see here. I don't know. Put a link to it. Somewhere in the United States. Over to strange and bizarre news. Got some strange stuff this week. Cheese apocalypse nears as Kraft runs low on Velveeta. How do you run low on Velveeta? Isn't that like processed cheese food? Can't you like just Mix some more GMOs together, make some more Velveeta. Might have something to do with this, though. NBC 10 Philadelphia. Please, now this might gross you out. Please search for alleged Swiss cheese pervert. I'm not going to get into it. I'll put a link to the story. Are you using up all the Velveeta? I don't know. You know, that's why I call this the strange and bizarre bin. You never know what you're going to get. We got Canton Township woman gets 9 days in jail for bleaching husband's eye drops. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure they're not having these kind of problems out in Colorado. We got this from ABC News. Check this out. Mile marker 420 becomes mile marker 419.99. I guess people have been stealing the 420 mile marker out in Colorado. Kind of understandable. Okay, put a link to that. Low-flying plane spraying greenish-type fog in Miramar. I assume that's Florida. Put a link to this, come out on the 12th. What's going on with that? And, did you hear about it? Yes, another plane lands at the wrong airport. Question, how could a passenger jet land at the wrong airport? Answer, don't know. Remember this happened not too long ago with that big jumbo jet. Well, it's happened again, this time with a passenger jet. I have a theory, though. This is strictly for comedy. This isn't racist. Don't take this the wrong way. Below that story link, I'll put my theory to what I think happened. I'll give it a nice caption. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but you'll get a kick out of it. I promise it'll make you smile. Just take it with a... It's just to make you laugh. Don't take it too seriously. Anyway, for all other news, please check my favorites. I have favorited tons of videos this week. Thank you to everybody who puts out content. It has been a crazy week of news. Please at least check the titles and my favorites for stuff you may have missed. Got a few shout-outs this week. Shout out to my friend Kent over in Sweden. Kent6608 put out a great video. It's about 5 minutes long. 9/11 always on my mind. He goes in and talks about 9/11 a little bit. It's good to see you, my friend, and no doubt 9/11's always on my mind as well. Great video. Shout out to GlobalDivisions, also known as F-Town. First American citizen detained over drone footage. You're going to want to check out his link. Sign of things to come for sure as the DHS puts all these drones in the air over America in the next few years. Shout out to JoannaMaGrath. Did an excellent video. Excellent. Response to intervention. She did a video about Common Core. Those of you interested in the educational system and Common Core, you're going to want to check her information out. Just outstanding information. One more shout out this week to one of my favorite people on YouTube, has been forever. Jack Luck 4 put out a video, channel, direction, and update. She's getting into homesteading and doing her own thing when it comes to food, making homemade stuff like that. Check out her video. She's going to take that and she's going to take her YouTube channel in that direction. I say it's a great idea. I don't know a lot of channels that do that kind of stuff, so I'll definitely be watching. Shout out to her. I'll put a link to her video. Definitely check her out. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you like this report, and I'm sorry I was a little slower this week, getting over a bad sinus infection, and I'm just still kind of running in slow motion. But please give me a thumbs up if you like the report. Also pass it around, share it, your different social sites or whatever. You can also follow me on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, for breaking news alerts, live show alerts, all that kind of stuff. All those links are always at the bottom. That's all I got. Another big week of news, and more military commanders being caught up in scandals. Definitely check the first few links, the Operation Blackjack warning stuff. A lot of you guys know I take that stuff kind of seriously. I'm always looking for the false flag card. Remain vigilant, always. Until the next one, guys, you guys take care, stay safe. I'll see you on the next one.